Hi guys, this is Jojo from SC2News bringing you part 3 of the interview with Robert Clotworthy aka Jim Raynor. Enjoy, I promise you, it's gonna be quite funny. What's your favorite line as Commander James Raynor and why? For example, I like the instance where Raynor first meets Kerrigan and she goes at some point in a sentence, "You pig," and you go, "What, I didn't say nothing," and she replies with something like, "Yeah, you were thinking it," and then Raynor realizes, telepath.
Yeah. I forgot. You're a telepath.
Exactly.
I really enjoy the humor that's in the game. I love the fact that in the new one, I say, what do I say? This ain't science fiction.
Exactly.
And also another one, Chris Metz and I, one of our favorite films is this movie called Tombstone.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's oh my goodness, it's terrific. It's all about.
I'm gonna watch it after this interview.
the shootout at the OK Corral, and stars Powers Booth and Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer was actually nominated for an Academy Award. He plays a character named Doc Holliday in it. Yeah. It's a real good Western. And there's one line that Kurt Russell plays that he says, and he plays oh my goodness. Oh, this is embarrassing. Marshall, oh my goodness, he's one of the most famous Western lawmen of all time. Doesn't make any difference. I'm drawing a blank. Billy Bob Thornton is in it. I mean, there's all kinds of great actors. Yeah. But it's right after the shootout at the OK Corral, and the local sheriff comes up to him and says, I'm going to arrest you, men. Mm-hmm. And he says a line like, something defective, "I don't think I'm going to let you arrest me today." Yeah. And I know that we put that in, Chris put that in this new version of the game as kind of a tribute to that. But, but my actual favorite line has really got to be that last little scene with Kerrigan, which is so simple, where, she says my name and what do I say? I say, it's okay. I got you. Yeah. It was basic, and because it was the culmination of everything that they went through. And also, as an actor playing Raynor and playing it for 10 years and having to battle to get the part in this new version of the game, because I originally wasn't going to be brought back. They were all right. They were moving in another direction. They found somebody else, and then they opened it up to casting, and literally everybody was auditioning. And I really had to fight hard to get in there.
Yeah, as
it worked out, it worked out great for me. Yeah. So it was also a very personal moment for me, Robert Clotworthy, where I was finally was able to acknowledge that, hey, I'm here. Yeah. So that for me was probably the most satisfying, and I really liked the way that it worked out in the game. I think the scene is really beautifully shot. That last little end scene with Tychus. I also like the line where I say, Tychus, what have you done?
This is so awesome. This brings back so many memories.
It was good. And Neil Kaplan, who plays Tychus, is just so awesome as an actor.
Let me ask you a question about him. Sure. Are you friends with him? And
absolutely,
if you are, sorry. Do you ever go to a bar with him and reenact the bar scene from the StarCraft 2 campaign?
Actually, we've done it several times, because we go to we've been to BlizzCon, which is Blizzard's big convention. Yeah. And we'll do a little back and forth sometime in a Q&A. And we went up to San Francisco a few weeks ago. Yeah. And in this panel that they had us actually answering questions from the audience as our characters. Okay. So we were able to play a little bit back and forth. Yeah. And also a gal named Allie Hillis, who plays Dr. Hansen in the game. Oh, this is another one of my favorite lines. We do something that the audience really kind of enjoys. She says, she introduces herself and she says, you're a good man, Jim Raynor. And of course, Raynor is looking at her and, admiring her physicality.
Yeah.
And he, you know what's going through his head because, listen, Raynor's a guy, man. He's gonna think those thoughts.
Exactly.
And he just says, "I ain't that good." So we do that back and forth on stage, and people really enjoy that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a lot of fun with it. In fact, Neil and I are going to a convention in Australia in June. We're going to be a week in Perth and a week in Sydney at the Supernova convention. And we're certainly going to be doing some stuff there for the fans down under.
Do you think Kerrigan would be jealous of Dr. Ariel Hansen? If so, why?
In a word, yeah, absolutely, without a doubt. But I don't think she would necessarily let Jim know it right away.
Yeah.
She might, she'll make it known, but in more of a covert way that's going to mess him up a little bit.
Yeah.
They've got a volatile relationship.
Yeah.
But it's it's a good one. And I've actually had the opportunity on this new, the new chapter of the game that's coming out, who knows when. Heart of the Swarm. I mean, I have no idea. Blizzard does not clue in on that. And also Blizzard, they really don't put out a game until they think the game is ready.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's lots of people saying Blizzard never sticks to their release dates, etc., etc. I think what Blizzard is doing is so amazing. They never put out a game that is not absolutely amazing.
No,
it's quality over quantity and. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, and it's, I mean, I've had many conversations with them where the release date changes, and it's not because they're, dicking people around. It's because they want to make the game even better.
Yeah, exactly.
So they may have a idea as to when they want to release it, but it's not like 2 years ahead of time. They know it's going to be released on September 3rd, 2012. No, it's going to be released when the game is ready.
Yeah.
I think that now that this new version has come out, the hard work as far as programming is concerned has been done. So it's a little bit easier for them to put the games together now.
Yeah.
So I anticipate that they're going to have more of a regular release pattern for the next chapters of the game. But when that is, I have no idea. I know that this year, I guess Diablo is coming out, so that's going to be the thrust of that. Of where their focus is, at least for this year. I would anticipate that the next chapter of StarCraft will come out the following year. Yeah. But I was going to say, I got the opportunity of working with Trish Helfer, who plays Kerrigan. And I mean, very rarely do you actually go in as a voice actor and work with another actor.
Yeah.
But they did bring us in together on our first session, and I'm telling you, it was a joy. Trish is a terrific actress. She won the VGA award for best human performance, which is kind of strange in a video game last year.
Yeah.
And it was really nice to work with her because the relationship of Raynor and Kerrigan is it's very unique and it's very important. And Blizzard said, listen, let's bring these two together so they can get to know one another just as people. And see what kind of happens. And when actors get together, we start talking about, our personal lives. It's one of those things where you naturally start being open because you're allowing the other person in. You realize that as an actor, you need to kind of have a certain level of intimacy with another and a certain level of trust. And so we were able to talk, and then we were also then able to break it down as characters and say, okay, what's important to these people? What's their background? How do they, let's kind of improvise a little bit about maybe some of the experiences that they've had that maybe they talk about in the game, but you really don't see as a player. So that way it gives us a more personal base to work from. Because we know, we may do stuff where we'll do an improvisation about what happened just prior to the scene that we're going to be portraying.
Yeah.
Because there's always something to happen just prior to when you say the first line.
Yeah.
And if you can get a sense of what's happening, and actually do it as a performer, you're essentially experiencing it, and it adds to the quality of the performance. And she's a great player, incredibly sensitive actress, and I'm of course sorry that Glynis is not involved, but they certainly didn't make a bad choice in Tricia on board.
Yeah. On a completely random tangent.
Sure.
Imagine the scene. You're on planet Char. You have exactly one Gauss rifle, a pack of chewing gum, and a clothes hanger. What would you think, and what would you do? Completely random.
Okay, let me write this. So I got my rifle with me, right? Well, I've always gonna have my rifle with me. Good Marine's never gonna leave his rifle behind. Okay, I got a clothes hanger.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a pack of chewing gum.
Okay. All right, chewing gum. Okay. Well.
And you're facing.
Okay. First of all.
Yeah.
In that pack of chewing gum, it's not going to be gum.
All right.
It's going to be either a chaw tobacco or it's going to be a cigarette. And
Exactly.
I just have to stick it in there just to kind of keep it dry. The rifle's at the ready. And the clothes hanger, I'm going to use the clothes hanger. When I kill myself a Zerg, I'm going to hang the Zerg on that clothes hanger, bring it down to the bar, and put it up on the wall.
Awesome answer. Yeah. Okay. This is really hard to go back to some kind of serious question though. All right, let me try.
The rifle is spent. I used all the ammo, and there's a dead Zerg laying at my feet. All right, how about that?
Yeah.
And maybe I'm posing for a picture with my foot on its head.
That's really good. All right. Okay. How do you?
I got to tell you, it's the first time anybody's asked me that question. That's a first.
All right. How do you feel about Kerrigan being cured of the infestation, and how much do you know, and how much can you tell us about where Blizzard is heading with that story arc?
Well, first of all, I'll answer the second half first. I can't tell you a darn thing about it.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's not going to be what people expect.
Okay.
So it's really quite fascinating and quite interesting where they take these two characters in this next chapter of the game.
Okay.
And as a character, obviously Raynor is thrilled that she's no longer infested, because there's one thing he hates in life. It's a Zerg, and he hates infestation, and he's going to put anybody that he can that's infested out of their misery.
Yeah.
And the next chapter of the game is again, it's really, really interesting where they take this relationship with Kerrigan and Raynor and what happens. Because you just think about it. Look at what's happened to these two people.
Yeah.
Let's just say that there are a few debts that need to be collected.
Definitely, yeah.
And we'll leave it at that.
Okay, yeah, no. Thanks a lot. That's very, very interesting, and I'm really, really looking forward to the Heart of the Swarm.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, one of the nice things about Blizzard is that Heart of the Swarm is not going to be just a rehash of the events that have already happened from a different perspective. No, it takes the story, it moves it ahead.
All right.
So it is the next chapter in the saga.